Welcome to the Red Bean Podcast. This is Mr. Toad.
The New Orleans edition. This is Dr. Frog.
Thank you, sir. I totally forgot that last part of the New Orleans edition. But this just means that I'm seeing eye candy right now, and can you tell me why? What did we just eat?
Well, we just ate some magazine pizza.
Whoa, it was so
It was
good.
not made out of magazines. It was the name of a store.
It could have been wrapped in magazines, though, couldn't it?
It could be wrapped in anything as long as it ends up in my stomach. That might be why you're seeing things after seeing it.
It was so good. So I'm probably in the minority when it comes to this, but I love Hawaiian pizza. I know other people hate it, but I love it.
It's okay. If anyone, if the police knock on the door and ask if I know any Hawaiian pizza lovers, I'll cover for you.
Don't say anything. I'll be like hiding underneath the house or something, the floorboards. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't seen them in months or years.
And I say, pineapple and ham. I haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah,
But honestly, I think they did it pretty well. And one problem that you get with Hawaiian pizzas is sometimes they're too juicy, or the pineapple it soaks the whole thing, and then But this one wasn't like that.
It was great because I could really taste the pineapple, but at the same time they had the bacon in there. Oh man, the bacon was so. Anything with bacon is always good,
Yeah.
And you had the Supreme. Ooh.
Yes, and we had pieces from each other's pizzas, but the Supreme, I thought this was just a great way to look at the ingredients that they're using. There were bell peppers and I think mushrooms and black olives and pepperoni and a bunch of sausage. It has a little bit of everything, and I just felt like it was a good way of saying, okay, let's see what kind of ingredients they're using.
Yeah, it was just so juicy. That's the thing that got me. And the cheese was great because it almost had it wasn't greasy.
Cheese. It was, it's the kind of cheese where when you lift a piece of the pizza, it really, sticks to the cheese around it. It really creates those melted kind of strings that kind of drip from the side. But I think the bread is what impressed me the most. It was well baked, a little crisp on the outside.
I like that it wasn't super greasy, because you have that pizza sometimes where you're like, oh man, my fingers have oil all over them.
Yeah, no, I felt bad touching your shirt, but then I didn't feel bad because it wasn't that.
It wasn't that oily.
I hesitated, if you know.
Yeah. It was like it just didn't seem like it was too oily. It just seemed like it was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely say, would you say this is a recommend?
I would definitely recommend it.
What you were talking about the location. Now talk about that a little bit.
It's amazing. It's on the corner of the CBD, the Central Business District of New Orleans, and it's right next to the World War II Museum. So this is a great place for lunch or dinner if you've just recently gone to the museum or any of the surrounding art museums in that area of town.
Yeah.
But it's also within walking distance of the Superdome.
Which is great, because you can eat a pizza.
The Saints are playing. You can grab a pie after the game maybe, or before the game if it's a night game.
Sure. The address is 1068 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, 70130. And I would definitely have to recommend, this is a perfect place. If you're going out with your buddies on a Friday night, you're like, I want to eat some pizza. That's really good.
It is filling, and it'll give you your second wind if you're going out on the night.
Yeah, okay, we're going to eat here, then maybe we'll go to Bourbon Street, or maybe we'll go to a theater, or maybe we'll go to a Saints game.
It's right on Magazine Street. You can go to one of the many
the bars or restaurant. Yeah, just walking around.
And now you have to cross under the I-10 bridge.
Yeah,
a couple blocks.
That's not too bad.
Play hopscotch with the tents.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those.
Yeah, but honestly, the area around the World War II Museum, they have security around the World War II Museum. So it actually isn't as bad as other parts of under I-10 if you're near that area. So you're less likely to stumble into someone.
So you definitely say if someone was coming, let's say from Chicago or New York, and they were like, man, I really want a good pizza and I want to watch a Saints game. Would you suggest this if they had a hotel nearby?
I'd suggest it, yeah, especially if it's game day. There are other places to try around New Orleans, and I'm sure we'll have those own episodes for those places. But this is definitely a good pizza for the good price. You can get a small pie in the mid-teens.
Yeah.
And then you can get a large in the low 20s. So it's very affordable compared to some other artisan pizza places.
And would you say this is a good place if you're like meeting on a blind date or maybe somebody who's like graduation or birthday?
I don't know what people do for dates nowadays.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
I probably wouldn't go to this place for a first date.
Okay, not a first date place. But maybe a fourth date.
Yeah, maybe a third or fourth date if you want to introduce them to your buddies.
There you go. See, your buddies will thank you for showing up there.
The place there, you can obviously get carryout, but if you're going to stay there, they have these nice tables. And I think we were with a group of 6 or 7 people. So it's just like there are a couple other places that have good pizza and that kind of open garage atmosphere. But this is one of them. You can take a group of 6 or 7 people there and have share some pies.
Yeah, like pizza pies. Would you could describe this like a New York or Chicago or,
I don't know, probably more New York than Chicago. I can't remember. Which is bad because I've been to Giardino's in Chicago. I stayed in the uptown Bronx area in Harlem and New York for about a month.
How would this
compare? I also lived in Chicago for a couple months.
How would you compare this?
How would I compare this?
To other places.
Oh, I would say this is worse than those other places.
Oh no!
But if you go to the best places,
of course,
major cities.
But
this is it's going to be a higher quality than your national chains. This is way better than a Papa John's or Domino's.
100%.
And I would even say better than a Mellow Mushroom.
Ooh,
Mellow Mushroom pizza, which you can get in Houston and New York.
Yeah, I've been to Mellow Mushroom.
So this is definitely better than some of those larger chains.
Well, I definitely give this as a thumbs up. If you're just traveling, like, hey, I just got here, I got some tickets to the Saints game. Maybe I'm going to be down on Bourbon Street. That's kind of the area I'm going to hang around at. But I want some good pizza.
It's a little bit of a walk. It'd be a 10-15 minute walk from Bourbon. But you can go to Carondelet a lot quicker. But if you're trying to get down in the French Quarter, it is a little bit of a walk.
Or a streetcar.
It is right next to the St. Charles streetcar.
That's really convenient. So you can be close by, hop off, and then jump
I would really say this is the perfect place if you're going to the World War II Museum all day.
Sure.
And let's say you walk into the cafe at the World War II Museum, and they're selling you a $30 sandwich. You can say, okay, I'm going to go to the end of the block and get some magazines.
Come on, those are my torpedo subs. Come on.
Yeah, well, we only had the pizza at Magazine Pizza, but I noticed their menu had a lot of other items.
They got the A-bomb, meatball sub or something.
Yeah, they had some other items on the menu.
It was good. I was just making up that stuff.
We'll have to explore it again.
We'll have to try it again. But overall, I think we both give a thumbs up for Magazine Pizza.
Yes. Wonderful place.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to us. This is the Red Bean Podcast, the Red New Orleans edition, and we hope to have you listen to us soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.